Well, Mark, the Kavanagh stable in full swing, and Hoobie got you back for a first up crack at the Memsie.
Yeah, he's done well. He's a little bit round, and this isn't the race that he's actually set for us, but he should run pretty good.
The Cox Plate, is that his target for the spring?
Yeah, it is. That's where we're looking with him.
And his first up record, do we expect a bold showing from him this Saturday?
Yeah, look, the other guys are race fit, and he may need one or two, but certainly he's in good condition.
And Live and Let Die in the McNeil?
Yeah, he's a promising horse. He's had a win in a second, and he'll go around in that race.
Apart from that, Here the Angel's apparently been working really well this week. Are you happy with the way that horse is progressing?
Yeah, I am. Look, he's in very well at set weights and penalties. At the weight scale, he looks sort of in pretty well with that, and he has done very, very well.
Shocking looks to have come back in great order. Is that a horse we might see running at weight for age during the spring?
Yeah, you'll see him race around in the Mackay Diva on the 4th of September at Flemington, and then he'll head towards the Cups from there.
And your other runners on Saturday?
I've got Xantalar in a 1400 mares race. She's resuming and may need a run, and Cat's Pyjamas in the 1100. She's looking good. Whether she's up to that class or not, we'll wait and see.
And the best from the Kavanagh yard for Saturday?
Here the Angels.
Well, Steve, so you think resumes this Saturday in the Memsie, you must be chafing at the bit to get back on top of him.
Yeah, exciting horse obviously, and yeah, happy to be on him. He seems to be going well this time in, so yeah, looking forward to the ride.
First up and slow ground, will that suit the horse?
No, I've worked him a couple of times and he's not that keen on the wet ground, so I hope it clears up a bit and it's as dry as it can be, because I'm sure he won't handle the slow ground.
His racing pattern last prep, he led a lot of the time. Have you got a plan how you'll ride him this Saturday?
Yeah, he went back in the Guineas and finished off strong, and then obviously he led in the Cox Plate and the Emirates. I would say first up, if it's slow ground, he probably won't be looking to lead. I'd say he'd be looking to follow somewhere and make his best work his last furlong.
Well, obviously there's some big plans for the horse throughout the spring. There's a lot of hype that he could be a superstar. Obviously you won't be knocking him around too much, just ease him into things.
Yeah, well, he's out there to win, if he can win. But obviously through the first half of the race, we want to get him balanced up and comfortable into a rhythm and have him finishing off. He's not 100% wound up and fit, obviously, and if the ground's affected, as you say, he doesn't want to have a sort of a gut buster through the first half of the race.
Are your other rides for Saturday?
I've got precedence for Bart as well. He's probably on a Cups path as well, and he's quite an exciting sort of a stayer. Trialled him the other morning, he's going well.
And for Saturday, if you had to leg the punters into one, is there a particular one you think might have a better chance?
Yeah, of mine, I think precedence is probably, I think he'll run well first up.
Well, we're on a big week here at Flemington in the lead up to the Memsie.
Yeah, Simon, it's Memsie's going to be a race of the carnival, I think. I mean, we might look back on it and think it was a shaping race for the carnival. Unfortunately, it's going to be run on a rain-affected track to some degree, but I'm pretty sure there's some Flemington horses that are going to play a reasonable hand on Saturday.
What's caught your eye this week from a Memsie perspective?
Look, you'd have to say Shootout. I mean, he's going to have the benefit of race fitness on his side. He's not the only Flemington horse that I think can figure in the Memsie, but he's trained on really well. His work on Tuesday morning, over 1,000 metres, he's just such a strong-willed horse. He towed the track work rider around on Tuesday morning and ran home in about 23 1/4, and he wouldn't have blown a candle out afterwards. He's really trained on. He doesn't do a lot on the track, but he's ready to run his best on Saturday, and he's got that race fitness on his side.
Some of the other big names heading towards the Cups?
Look, Hoobie Got You, I reckon, is a really interesting runner. He had that little cameo appearance in Brisbane where he ran in the Doomben 10,000 and the Stradbroke. Because of that, he didn't have a taxing campaign with those two runs, but he's got a little bit of residual fitness on his side. He spent a little bit of time on the Water Walker before he came back to Flemington, and his work recently has been great. And I think anyone who's at the races on Saturday or gets to see Hoobie Got You on the TV, on the media coverage, he's quite forward for Saturday, and he's got a lot of residual fitness from that Brisbane campaign. He'll be hitting the line really hard on Saturday. I've probably overlooked Bart Cummings' team, who missed a run on a rain-affected track a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure they'll run this week because their campaign's got to kick off. Anyone who sees So You Think will just see an outstanding-looking horse. He'll be better for the run, and he's not an out-and-out wet tracker. So, I think they might be a little bit sharp for him on the rain-affected ground on Saturday, but he's been really impressive in his jump outs and his work in recent weeks, as has Faint Perfume. She's the sort of horse that can produce a really good run fresh. She's not just a stayer. So, that's leaving out Latorio, who I think is probably going to be better in longer races. You doubt if he can be competitive in that class at that level over the 1,400 metres, but he's coming along really well too.
Has anything else caught your eye this week?
Only thing I'd say is Mark Kavanagh's stable, and he's been a good sprinter for quite a while in Here the Angels, is coming along really well. He's in a race, a set weights and penalties listed sprint race on Saturday, where under the conditions of the race he comes in really well. If it was a handicap, he'd be carrying a lot more weight, and he's ready to run a really big race fresh.
So your best for Flemington?
I'd say Shootout, Here the Angels.